congratulations to West Virginia. That's why they are one of the better teams in the country. They present so many problems through 40 minutes of the game. And through 40 minutes, they were better. I know we got the loss, but I couldn't be more proud the way our guys battled. We didn't play perfect. We had, once we went up 10, we had a segment there of about 6 straight possessions. There was 4 bad out of 6. And County allowed them to spurt back in it. But it had nothing to do with our effort, the way our guys fought. And there's no moral victories, but I couldn't be proud of the efforts. Obviously, it's things we have to get better at. I thought when Tay went down with a hurt thumb, I thought that kind of changed the tempo of the game a little bit at that point. But again, you got to find ways to play through that. You can't let it affect you emotionally. You can't let it affect what things you do. But again, we didn't get the win, but I'm awful proud of the way these guys fought in these 3 games. This wasn't no training trip we went on. We got thrown in the fire of these 3 teams, and again, like I said, I'm proud of our effort.
Thank you, Coach. In addition to Coach Stansbury, we've got student athletes Josh Anderson and Carson Williams at the podium as well. If you have a question for either of the student athletes or coach, please raise your hand using the hand or wave function. We'll go first upstairs to the media room. Austin.
Can't hear him at all. Zach, didn't hear a word.
Austin, can you have him repeat the question, please?
I got Jared. Yep, got you.
Perfect. Coach, I know you said you're proud of these guys. Experienced groups. These guys that you have on the court.
Well, I think we all learned that we got a pretty good team. There's obviously there's things we have to get better at. But again, these were 3 totally different kind of games we played, back to back to back. Northern Iowa, like I say, we'll play not many teams more cerebral than they are. Memphis, not many more quicker and athletic and pressure more than they do. And for sure, there's not a team in the country on that back line that's as physical and as big, as strong as West Virginia. So we learned that we can play against all kind of styles, all kind of tempos. And all 3 of these games will make us better.
Coach Jared Mcdonald with the Daily News again. A stat that you always point out is free throws. Only 3 free throws in the second half today in the game. What was it that West Virginia did or you didn't do?
Well, naturally, they're big enough. They're big enough to guard us one-on-one in that block a bunch. So we didn't draw a lot of fouls there. Number 2, they were good enough defensively, kept us going, getting it to the rim, finishing some plays and drawing some fouls. So there just wasn't a lot of opportunities that we created fouls. And again, I thought the tempo got away from us that little stretch a little bit. I thought we settled and again, we had some turnovers there in that little stretch. Shot clock violation, charge foul, turnover out front. There was 3 possessions like in 4 trips that really felt changed the whole tempo of that game. So again, those are things we got to continue to get better at. But like I said, I'm proud of our effort.
Any more questions in the media room, Austin?
Yes, this is Jared Mcdonald with the again. This is for both of the players. After 3 games this year, 2 quality wins and then a close game today, what did you learn about your team?
Yeah, we know, which we already knew, how good we can be this year. Obviously, we were disappointed with the outcome of the game today, but the fight we put up against them and the other teams we've played throughout this term just shows what we have the opportunity to do this year.
What was the question?
What did you learn from these 3 games?
Just how much we can play together, and just how good we can be as a team. We got a lot of experience this year, So that helps us a lot. And just these 3 games coming in, not having like an exhibition game or something like that. We just played tough competition, so that was big for us. I think we learned a lot just from those first 2 games, definitely, and this last game for sure.
Let's take some questions from Zoom now. Let's start with Kevin Kinder.
Question for Carson and Josh. First half, your back cuts and screens worked really well, looked like. Second half, not quite as effective. Shooting percentage went down. What worked for you in the first half, and then what kind of got away a little bit in the second half?
Kevin, who was the question for?
Either Carson or Josh.
We can't hear it.
Kevin, can you repeat the question? I'm
Yes.
sorry. We got another practice going on behind us.
Sure. The first half, your screens and back cuts worked really well. You got a lot of shots at the rim. Second half weren't quite as successful. What did you do well in the first half, and what, if anything, changed in the second half?
Like you said, we had some back cuts working, some rolls to the rim, just getting downhill, finishing at the rim pretty well in the first half. A lot of opportunities there, and then I guess they just made adjustments in the second half and took that away. I don't really know the answer of what the difference was.
Question from Justin Jackson.
Yeah, this question is for Carson. I'm just kind of wondering, going into the game, you guys probably would have taken just 8 rebounds from Sheboy and Culver. Obviously, kind of held them in check rebounding the ball. What did you guys do there? And then, just from a personal standpoint, what was it like for you to, to bang against them?
It was a big emphasis that we had going into this game, knowing that they're one of the best rebounding teams in the country, especially on the offensive glass. So I just made sure to try to put a body on them every time going up, and then the rest of my teammates came in, cracked down, and picked up the rebounds too. So shout out to all of them for that.
We'll take one more question. Everybody good? Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Again, a reminder, this press conference will be archived on the Sanford Pentagon YouTube channel very shortly. All stats, box scores will be posted online on the SanfordPentagon.com's game day download link. It should be the first story on SanfordPentagon.com. West Virginia will be here shortly.
Hey, just double checking if we're going with the same budget as we had yesterday, or if anything's changed.
Sorry, can you say that again? Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. In addition to Coach Huggins, we've got Derek Culver and Miles McBride with us. Again, a reminder, please mute your lines. I'll call on you if you have a question. We'll start in the film room upstairs with questions.
Coach, Greg Kearns here. Congratulations. What can you say about your guys and the way they fought back in the second half after a tough start?
That or walk home. No, I think we took some things for granted actually, and we didn't play as hard as they played. So much harder than we did, and they executed really better than we did. And we kind of talked at halftime about how much harder we got to play and how much better we got to execute what we're doing.
Jacob Sersosimo here with Dakota News Now here in town. Through the travel, the testing, the bubble, and to come out of here.
Yeah, no, it was great. Everything was good. We came in and we practiced, and obviously playing 3 games, so you're getting ready for games and people that you haven't seen, trying to do that in one day. So we had plenty of things to do, and I thought the bubble was terrific. Other than the time that the guy manning the door kind of got lost and we were out there in the cold, but other than that, it was good.
It's Tom Savage with the AP. This question's for Miles. Can you just talk about your scoring, Miles? You actually led the team in scoring over the 3 games at 16.3 points per game. Is it just an opportunity for you to score a little this year?
Yeah, I really just try to let the game come to me, when open shots come, coach tells me to shoot them, and I shoot with a lot of confidence knowing I got guys like Derek and Oscar and Isaiah and Gabe down there rebounding. If there's open shots there, I'm going to take it.
We have one more.
Hey guys, Greg Kearns again. This one's for Miles and Derek. What does it mean to you guys to return home back to Morgantown with everything going on with the championship to start this season?
I feel like it's a really big accomplishment, not just for us two, but just for the whole the West Virginia University, the state of West Virginia. We came in here with a plan to come back to Morgantown with a trophy. Me and my teammates and the coaching staff, we put our heads together, we focused, and we had a little rough patches during the tournament, but we came together resilient, and we ended up getting the job done.
Yeah, definitely. It's always big to win for the state of West Virginia. That's what Coach always talks about. We're representing more than just ourselves. We're representing the university and the state. And I think, when you see us on TV and you see us winning, I think the people have a sense of, they feel proud that, those are their guys and we represent them well.
Good. All right, let's take some questions from via Zoom now. We'll start with Greg Hunter. Go ahead, Greg.
So for both players, because you guys didn't have an exhibition or anything, do you feel like you were rusty and that you needed some of these games just to sort of get into the flow?
A lot of young guys, we had a redshirt guy, we have freshmen coming in and playing, and even for me, I'm still a sophomore, I'm still young and trying to learn things and moving into a different role. So I think exhibition games and scrimmages definitely help a ton with evaluating your own game and getting more comfortable in a game setting as a team. Practicing against each other for 4 months, that can get real repetitive. So I think coming out here and getting a fresh start and things like that, it helped a lot.
Yeah, like to piggyback on what Deuce just said, playing the same players, playing the same guys day in and day out for a whole 3 months straight, it really can take a toll on you. So, once you really get to play against other opponents, but not really get to get exhibition games in, you kind of just hit the floor with your feet running. You really don't ever know what you're going to get. So I'm really proud of my teammates and of how we handled ourselves. To we went through like 4 different scouting reports and didn't play not one of the teams, so just to working through stuff like that and still come together for a common goal, I feel like that was something that we really accomplished this weekend.
Okay. Let's go to Kevin Kinder.
Question for Bruce. Hugs mentioned felt like there was a little bit of, not a lack of effort, but Western Kentucky playing a little harder. Did that play into their success on their back cuts and screens? And what did you do in the second half to help take some of that away?
Yeah, definitely in the first half. I think they came out with more intensity and more energy. But I think obviously at halftime, coach told us that, we got to stick to our culture, and what we do as a team is we play harder and longer. It's a 40-minute game, not a 20-minute first half. That was behind us, and we came out with new energy and a new focus to take things away and make it hard for them. Only get one shot, and then we get out in transition and go.
Yeah, I agree with that too. I feel like Western Kentucky, they were the aggressor in the first half. They came out, they punched us in the mouth. I'm not going to lie. We weathered the storm, but I think we were kind of surprised at how much they came to more to play than we did. And then once Coach really told us in the locker room, look, they're not playing with y'all. If they have a chance to beat us bad, they're going to beat us bad. So we had to come out here and play to our abilities and uplive to the hype.
Question from Ethan Bach.
This is for both Deuce and Derek. How important was it for you guys to play good competition against good teams that can get tournament bids in March, and to get 3 games in against good guards and bigs?
I feel like it played a really good role with our teams gelling together and meshing. Because like I said, we've been playing each other for 4 months. Day in and day out, hard work. So, for us to really get to unleash that on someone else, we really came together and seen what we had this past week, because we have a long ways to go, but we have a really, really, really special team, and we're pretty deep too. So I feel like in all, everything would be well.
Yeah, I would say, the people at this tournament did a great job with finding great competition. The matchups were great. Honestly, this was a great test for me, my teammates as well. Like Derek said, we went through a couple scouting reports, and like I said, the people at this tournament did a great job of finding us great competition to play against.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Thanks, guys. 2 more questions. We'll start with Cody Nesper. Go ahead, Cody.
So this is for Derek. Obviously, we talk about you and Oscar playing together, but it seemed like you and Gabe had some really good minutes in this game. Just how nice is it that Gabe can come in and give something different than what either you or Oscar do?
Yeah, Gabe, he's a Swiss Army knife. He can do anything. He's a glue guy. He's going to work hard. He's going to be the first one on the floor. Gabe, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hats off to Gabe. He really works. That's one thing I can say about Gabe. And when we're in the game together, he tries to look for me when I'm not open. I try to look for him, but he does all the little dirty work. He'll screen. He'll do all the box outs. Just little things. He's a guy that a lot of stuff might not pop up on the stat sheet, but he most definitely you know that Gabe is doing it.
And final question from Justin Jackson.
Hey, Derek, just one other question here. Matching up in the post with Bassey, a lot of it was being talked about before the game. Just kind of wondering how much did you take the matchup in, think about it the night before, and then obviously, playing in that matchup, how do you think you did against him, and what was he like to guard and bang against?
First off, Charles Bassey is a top-tier player. He's a really good player, and he's gonna have a bright future. Yeah, I feel like everything went well. Like I said, I wasn't uncomfortable playing against him. Everything, like, I got to the moves that I wanted to get to. He weren't really taking any moves away from me. So with that being said, humbly speaking, I feel like I handled my own. But like I said, Charles Bassey, he's a good player. But I feel like everything went well, to be honest with you.
Cool. Very good. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations, guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.